Hey guys, today I'm filming a video on my unused makeup collection, and that is exactly what it sounds like. These are all the products in my collection that I've never used before. And if I did a video on the things that I haven't used enough, meaning 5 times or less, the video would be much longer. But I actually don't have too many products here. I have less than I was expecting, so I'm happy about that. If you guys have ever seen one of my thoughts on hauls, I feel like there are always a handful of products that I mentioned that I haven't used before. And for skincare and hair care, that's definitely the case because I only open up one product at a time. But I want to be better about makeup. So I do still have a decent amount of things here, definitely still enough to be embarrassed by, but it's not too bad. And I did want to mention that I'm not including anything that I've purchased since December 2020. Those are all things I would consider to be relatively new and would give myself a little bit more grace in the testing time period. And I'm really hoping that I will do a better job of using my products shortly after I purchase them this year. I'm feeling even extra encouraged to do that because of the new series that I'm doing, which is ranking all of the makeup that I tried in that month. And I really think that's gonna help me test things sooner, but we'll see. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So I do have several face primers and setting sprays that I haven't used before. And the reason for that is because these type of products, I only like to open them up when I'm ready to use them completely. I don't want to have a bunch of these type of products open at once. And I've always thought that was a good idea, and now I'm not so sure. I think if I had like 5 or less in each category, that would make sense. But the amount that I have, well, maybe that does also make sense. I don't know. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to keep these lasting as long as possible, so I don't want to like break the seal. But when I finally get around to testing them, if I don't like them, then that's time I took away from giving it to somebody else. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Should I just start testing out the primers and setting sprays I have to see if I like them? Or should I continue what I'm doing and just not open them until I'm ready to use them up? Again, I do use my products oldest to newest, but also season specific, especially because these are complexion products. So I did want to mention that's why I have so many that are unopened. I did also write down the month and year that I brought these into my collection, so I'll be sharing that as well. I have 5 unused face primers in my collection, 1 full size that I got as a freebie, and then 4 minis that also were acquired as a freebie. So oldest to newest, I have a mini of the Tatcha Silk Canvas, like the original balmy one. I got this in July 2019, which is very old, but that means I have primers even older than that. I have opened this a few times to look at it and it hasn't come away from the sides yet. So just keeping it sealed tight. The next oldest one is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I've had this since March of 2020. The Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer, Anti-Blemish and Mattifying I've had since July of 2020. Urban Decay All Nighter since February 2020. And the full-size Erborian Extra Matte Primer I've had since September of 2020. So these I feel like are fine. These, however, the age is making me nervous, especially because these have a short shelf life on them. They both say 6 months, so I might want to try to pan these this year. I know I have a full size that I want to work on, and I haven't really done so far because I wanted to try to use up some other minis, but I feel like I need to prioritize these this year. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the setting spray since I already mentioned them. The first one is Urban Decay All Nighter, the Summer Solstice scent. I got this one in September of 2019. Next, I have the Urban Decay Deslick Mattifying Setting Spray. I got this January 2020. And then I have the Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist that I got March 2020. So the Urban Decay ones, I know I got these on sale half off. And then the Morphe one, I think I just used like a $3.50 off $15 coupon, but this was a new product I was excited to try. Haven't tried it. So then for cheek products, not great. I have one cream product that I didn't use last year, and I actually did a really good job with my cream products thanks to being in the Partners in Cream Project Pan collab. The one that I did not use is this little mini stick from Milk. This is their lip and cheek stick. This is in the shade Werk. It was the Sephora birthday gift from last year. Definitely gonna make sure that I try it out this summer. And I got this April 2020. Next, I have two bronzers that I have yet to use. The first is the Ofra Samantha March River Bronzer. I was so excited to get this on sale, and it's such a bummer that I bought it so early. I bought it in June of 2020, but if I would have waited until later in the year, I could have got this set on super sale, but that is what I get. That is my punishment for buying it and not using it. I'm excited too. I think the colors are really nice. You got a shimmer side, a matte side. I just haven't used it yet. And that's because I've been trying so hard to use up some bronzers, and because of the pandemic and the fact I haven't been wearing makeup every day, I'm not wanting to take days away from my Project Pan bronzers. And that's the same story with this next bronzer. You guys are probably going to be kicking me in the butt for not using this yet. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantastic. I also got this on super sale from the Marc Jacobs website. I purchased this in September of 2020. Never used it. Happy to have it because it's a cult classic. Good price, but never used it. Then for blush, I only have one, which is not bad. I do a decent job of rotating through my blushes, and I never really try to pan blushes, so that probably makes it a little bit easier. And this is the Ofra Samantha March blush in Chick Lit. So I purchased this one in June of 2020. Again, you have a shimmery side and more of like a satin matte side. Really pretty. Part of me doesn't know what season to try this in. I think this would be pretty for spring or summer though, so I need to pull it out and use it this year. I wonder if I should post an update at the end of the year for everything, but probably like the primers and setting sprays for all these other like color cosmetics, to hold myself accountable that I'm going to use everything this year, and then to share my thoughts at the end. Let me know if you think that I should do that or not. Then I have only one highlight, so not terrible. This is the ColourPop and Disney highlight. This is the Cinderella shade in the color Horse and Carriage. A really pretty champagne-y highlight. I don't know why I didn't use this one last year. And this one I got April 2020. So I've had it almost a year now. Not good, but I do actually plan on using this spring. I might pull it in my makeup basket either this month or next month, but I will definitely use that. Next, I actually have 4 face palettes, and I love face palettes, but I'm terrible at using them. But I've already done a better job, and I used one this month, and I have a plan to pull one into my makeup basket each month for the next several months, especially because I got a lot for Christmas, so they're not featured in this video. So I need to be better about my face palettes. If I'm buying them, I need to be wearing them. The first palette I have is the NARS Wanted 1 palette, and I have had this since January of 2020. Then I have the Too Faced Sugar Peach face palette that I've also had since January 2020. Then I have this Too Faced Natural Face Palette. This was sent to me by my friend Jean in April of 2020, and I'm thinking that part of the reason I haven't used it yet is because this highlighter is broken, and I need to either dump out the crumbly bits or repress it. I'm nervous about it changing the formula, but the colors in here are really pretty. You've got highlights, blushes, and bronzers. This very bright pink scares me a little bit, but I have got to use that this year and do something with that broken shade. And my last face palette is from Pixi. This is their Summer Glow palette in Sheer Sunshine. I got this in PR in August of 2020. So you've got some highlights and some bronzers. This highlight came broken and I repressed it. Haven't used it yet, but I will use it this summer. I will make myself. Now, are you guys ready for me to be embarrassed? We have moved on to shadows, and I expected there to be more palettes here, but that's because I do have other palettes, but I've only used them, you know, 2 or 3 times. But there's one thing in here that is so old, I am so embarrassed, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I will start with the one single that I have not used, and this is a Dose of Colors Block Party eyeshadow in the shade Teal Me More. I got this November 2019. I haven't even swatched this one. It looks really similar to what I'm wearing on my lid today, which is from the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. So very similar. I actually might just sell this one because it's never been swatched, it's never been used. It's an expensive product and I have similar shades, so I might end up trying to sell this one. I am the worst about getting around to selling makeup, but I might do that because I've never used it. And we've got some small palettes that I haven't used. This first one is the Anastasia Summer Quad. I'm not sure what the exact name is. I think it's like Summer Daytime Glam, something like that. So you got 2 shimmers, 2 mattes. I got this on sale and I purchased this December 2019. I love these colors too, and I love Anastasia shadows, so I definitely have to use it this year. And then shamefully, I've got some Natasha Denona palettes that I haven't used. The first one is the Mini Star palette, and I purchased this August 2020. And then I have the Natasha Denona Peak palette that I purchased in November of 2020. And to end out this video, we've got 3 larger eyeshadow palettes. I'm surprised I don't have more, but I'm gonna make up for it because the amount of time I've had this first palette and never used it is incredibly shameful. Please feel free to shame me in the comments. This is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Francation palette. I purchased this January 2019 on super sale. Yes, I have had this for over 2 years, never used it. I am using it this year. I'm going to, but like, that's, out of all these products, that's the thing I've had the longest. Like, not okay. My next palette is from Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Celestial Storm palette, and I purchased this December of 2019. And my last palette is the Alamar Spanglish palette, which I purchased September of 2020. So that is everything. I know that's still a lot of products, but I was expecting it to be a lot more. I would love to know, do you have any makeup in your collection that you've not used? I did not mention mascaras. I have several mascaras because I only open one at a time, but I didn't feel like that was worth mentioning. But do you have other products in your collection besides like backups of mascaras or brow pencils that you've never touched, that you've had 2020 or older? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you would like me to do a recap at the end of the year to hold myself accountable and let you know whether I have used all these products or not. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Also, let me know what you think I should do about primers and setting sprays. I'm feeling kind of 50-50. I don't know. I have a lot and they take a long time for me to get through. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on everything. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.